When I got contacted by the company Duvolle asking me to try out their Spincare Radiance system, my immediate reaction was, but why though? Because I am not a skincare guru. I am not a beauty guru. I don't make time for having a skincare routine. That's not really me. So why would you want me to check this out? And then I realized I don't have a skincare routine and I don't make time for a skincare routine. I don't make enough time for self-care in general. This is a problem. So let's talk about it. Hey guys, it's your girl Ayesha and today I'm coming at you with something a little bit different. Now, I know that in this day and age, everything is just so topsy-turvy in the world and we really do need to be looking after ourselves better. And this is something that is very easy to forget. It's very easy for us to neglect ourselves, very easy to put everybody else before ourselves. And it's very easy to just forget to look after yourself, and it's the little things, you know. So I did a lot of thinking before I actually accepted this from Duvolle, and I'm so happy that I did, because my immediate thought was, well, I don't do this sort of stuff on my channel, so like, how can I tie this in with what I normally do? And the answer that kind of came to my mind was, yeah, you're right. It's not something that you normally do, but maybe it's something that you should bring up because we're all in the same boat here. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience with this product. So I've been using it now for the past 2 weeks, and I have to say, I actually really do look forward to washing my face now in the morning, and to taking off my makeup because I'm doing it properly now, because I was one of those people who would use a baby wipe. I thoroughly enjoyed using it. It is a motorized item that has detachable brushes. So you have one for your body, you have a couple that you can use on your face, one for exfoliating, you have a pumice stone for the bottom of your foot. And I was actually blown away at how soft that my skin felt after using it, and just how refreshed that I felt as well. It actually made bathroom time fun. And it was nice because it meant that I could just sort of have a few minutes to myself to just unwind and get a bit of a massage as well. It was brilliant. So I'm going to show you now my first-hand experience with the product. And then afterwards, we're going to talk about self-care in general, because trust me, honey, we all need it. Now, I've never really been much of a skincare person. I mean, I started to use skincare probably maybe about 3 to 4 years ago, when I used to sell makeup and they had a skincare range, and it got me into using skincare. But when I stopped doing that, I kind of stopped looking after my face. And so like my skin was never like bad, like I didn't have like acne or anything like that, but I am sort of prone to like the odd breakout whenever I am like really stressed and stuff. And it got to a point as well where I wasn't even really creaming my skin, and normally that was something that I would do all the time. I'd always have to cream my face, but like if I'm not going anywhere, I just wouldn't really bother. And so my skin is kind of dry and could do with a bit of love. So I actually decided to go and buy some skincare. Okay, I went for the simple range because I'm not trying to do anything complicated here. All right, I wanted something that was vegan and something that was just easy to use. It's for sensitive skin, so that's great for me. And I just wanted something that was quite natural and light. And as you can see, they are all full, because I haven't started using them yet. But that's okay, because, you know, that's what this is for. This is a self-care video, and I'm gonna learn about looking after myself a little bit better. Now, I'm not gonna stand here and pretend like I am not guilty of the baby wipe for makeup removal, okay? We have all done it. And a lot of us still do it, okay? You know, it's handy, it's there, it's easy. You just wipe and, you know, it's gone. But that's not the best. You you know, it's not the best thing. I know that they have like makeup removal wipes and stuff like that, but I'm actually quite excited to try out this Duvolle Radiance System because I've never had anything so fancy, and I really want to see if it makes a difference, not just to my skin, but the way that I actually feel as well, because it is all about feeling your best as well as looking your best. So here we go. This is my very first time trying it out. I mean, it seems easy enough to use. You just pop your batteries in. They are in here in the bottom, and then you just pop your brush on there. This is the cleansing brush. There's also an exfoliating brush and a body brush and a pumice stone for your foot bottom, okay? Because let's just face it, a lot of us have got dry foot bottom, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just wet my face, pop some face wash onto this, and just work with it. I'm excited. That is not the way to do this. It just went flying. Oh my God. Let's try that again, shall we? Maybe I put on way too much. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. This is just so satisfying, honestly. It feels great on my nose. I get a lot of dryness around my nose. This feels so nice. Oh my God. Well, okay. If I only make time for one thing a day for myself, it needs to be to do this, because this feels so soft on the skin. Oh my goodness. Like, just wow. I mean, I'm glad to see that there isn't a whole heap of dirt on there, because that would have been super duper embarrassing. I did give my face a quick wipe down with a baby wipe before I did this video, just to make sure that it wasn't going to be too embarrassing. But I do feel very refreshed. Let me just rinse this off for a second. Yeah, this is really nice. I'm seriously impressed with the lack of dirt that has come off onto this cotton pad. Like, I'm really, really impressed by that. Really impressed. Wow. Not saying that I was expecting my skin to be absolutely disgusting, but like I was expecting to see more than that. Definitely. I don't know about you, but I think I can see a bit of a difference. Like, well, I can certainly feel a difference. Like, I definitely do feel better. But can you see the glow? Like, is it just me? Or can you see a radiance, dare I say? Like, well, I think I need to definitely be keeping this up. This needs to be an everyday thing. This can't just be like a one-day thing, like just for the video thing. This needs to be an everyday thing. Can't forget to moisturize, which I seem to forget to do all the time. My skin definitely feels a lot smoother. Definitely. A lot smoother, and it just, I don't know, like it just, to me, it just looks better. It looks healthier, and that's just after one application. Yeah, I like this. I do like this a lot. I'll show you the other attachment. So this one is the exfoliating brush. I don't have any like exfoliating scrub or anything, so I'm gonna need to get myself some of that so that I could use this with it. This one here is the body brush. So this one you can just use all over, and you can also use it on your hands as well. And this one is the pumice stone. This is the one for your foot bottom. Or bottom of your foot, as you may say. I always call it the foot bottom. But yeah, this one is good for, like, obviously you have to soak your feet first, but it's just really good to like get off like the dead skin off of the bottom of your feet. Yeah, I do need this for sure. I can't wait to try this one out. So as you can see, I was absolutely loving using that, and that was just my very first time. At that point, I hadn't actually tried out the body brush yet or the pumice stone. I will not show you the bottom of my feet, so you don't have to worry about that, but I was impressed with how much dead skin actually came off of the bottom of my feet. And the body brush in the shower, I absolutely loved using that. It just feels so nice. And something else, I have told you guys before that I actually do suffer with alopecia, so I don't have hair underneath my wigs. My scalp is actually quite badly damaged from it, and sometimes it can get quite inflamed and I can get quite a few sores in my head. I used the body brush on my head and it was just such a nice massage, and it just felt like it was giving it a real sort of deep clean. And that's really important, you know, like for you to make sure that your scalp is really clean so that you're not getting a huge buildup of oil and grease and stuff like that, because that's obviously what can cause like bumps and sores and that sort of thing. So yeah, sorry if that grossed you out a little bit, but you're kind of like family now, so I'm just being real with you. But yeah, I actually really did enjoy using it on my head, and yeah, it just felt so lovely, especially in a nice hot steamy shower. So yeah, I am actually really impressed by this, and I thought that it was going to be, you know, just something that you see all these beauty gurus using, and you know, like you always see them talk about stuff like this and they're like, oh my god, it's so amazing, oh my god, I use it all the time, oh my god, and you don't quite know whether to actually believe them. But after using it for the past 2 weeks, I am really impressed, and I do use it all the time. So I can wholeheartedly recommend this to you. Now, I will tell you from now, this product is not cheap, all right? It is not cheap. However, they have given me a massive discount code for you, a 70% discount code. So check out the description box below so that you can go ahead and grab yourself one of these, because it has actually changed my bathroom routine. I have a routine now. I actually cleanse, tone and moisturize. Like, I left all that stuff behind, like from before I had my son. Like after that, like who has time to cleanse, tone and moisturize? We need to make time to be cleansing, toning and moisturizing, okay? Even if it's just 5 minutes in the bathroom, take that time out for yourself. So I want to say a massive thank you to Duvolle for actually sending me that and waking me up and making me realize that I actually do need to look after myself better. Now, that being said, let's talk about some other things that I noticed that I wasn't doing, and some things that I am doing to help me cope. Also, do let me know in the comment section below if you can relate to any of this as well, because like we all experience, you know, lack of self-care in different ways. We all have different coping mechanisms, and I would love to get into the chat and talk to you guys about this. So let me know in the comment section. Now, because there's actually so much for me to like unpick here, this is like the first video that I've actually had to write stuff down and, you know, do like brainstorms and everything, because I wanted to empty out my mind onto paper, because this is quite a serious issue. Okay, so in my first little brainstorm, I wrote down, why do I lack self-care and what am I not doing? And there's a whole heap of things here. I lack self-care because I get a bit complacent. Like at the moment, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm not really doing anything apart from just being in the house, you know, or like just going to the post office like once a week or something. You know, I'm barely leaving the house. So I think there's that sort of mindset of, well, why should I even really bother? Because like I'm not really doing anything special, so why should I bother to spruce myself up? Or why should I bother to really look after myself when I ain't really seeing anybody? So yeah, there is that. There are times when I'm physically unable to. I have a whole heap of medical conditions, and sometimes I'm actually just unable to get out of bed. Sometimes I have a lot of trouble walking as well. On really, really bad days, I have a lot of trouble walking. So again, I will just be in bed all day or be on the couch all day, and I just sort of leave it at that. You know, I wallow in a bit of self-pity and just don't really look after myself that much. And that can lead to being mentally unstable as well, you know, and that can also allow depression and anxiety to kick in. I am an incredibly anxious person, even though I am very confident when it comes to, you know, wearing all my crazy stuff or whatever. You know that already about me, but I have a very, very anxious side. And when I am low, when I'm really, really down, especially when my disabilities, you know, really kick in and get me into that sort of state, that sort of mindset, my anxiety just goes through the roof and all self-care just sort of goes out of the window. I like self-care because I take on too many projects. This is something that I have been doing all my life. I'm somebody who likes to have my fingers in every single pie, and, you know, will see something new and be like, oh my God, I really need to try that. Oh my God, I really should do that. Oh my God, that looks so, so cool. I'm going to drop that and I'm going to try something else. And that's quite hard to manage, especially when you're not the fittest. So I find that, you know, I will do all these other projects and stuff and forget to look after myself, forget to do the little things like drink some water, you know, just to sort of keep myself hydrated and keep myself like energized in some way. And then I end up just sort of crashing and burning out, and then you won't see me for a week, you know, and that's not really the right way to sort of conduct yourself. It's also one of the reasons why, like, this video even is going up slightly later than I'd planned to, and it's because I get burnt out, you know, because I'm doing a lot of different projects for the channel. I'm doing a lot of stuff for different companies, you know, stuff for different people. I make my crafts as well, you know, for other people, and it's a lot when you're trying to manage your own health and also when you have a family as well. Like it's a lot. Like, you've got to look after them first, and I find it very difficult to sort of manage my time. So yeah, that's definitely another reason why I feel that I lack self-care. I find that when things get really bad, I get even more forgetful than I already am. I'm somebody who suffers with ADHD and only recently got diagnosed, last year, January. And it made a world of difference, actually, realizing why I operate the way that I do. But I find that it really does get heightened whenever I'm under a lot of pressure, you know, whenever I've taken on too much, which is also, you know, a symptom of ADHD, just like getting so distracted and wanting to be a part of absolutely everything and like hyper focusing on things that are really super duper interesting and then like forgetting about other things that you should be doing, you know, like, and sometimes even just forgetting to take my own medication, even though an alarm went off for it, but I still forget to do it because my brain is just like a sieve, you know, and when things aren't going so well for me, I find that my ADHD just gets worse and worse. So yeah, I really do need to come up with better systems, I think, for remembering to take my medication every single day, because it has helped, but if I don't take it, there's problems. Having something like ADHD often leads to being quite messy. Like, I'm often in a very untidy state, you know, like my crafting area, or even where I do my makeup. Where I'm sitting now is incredibly cluttered, you know, even though I have places for everything, but I think and act like this, so everything just goes absolutely everywhere. And that can lead to me being very overwhelmed and feeling like my brain is just super duper cluttered. And so I just sort of go into shutdown mode and become a bit of a hermit and just, you know, try to run away and hide away from it all. But in reality, that doesn't really work, because you open your eyes and you're still amongst the same problem, you know. So yeah, like, I really need to sort of figure out ways of storing my things better. I mean, I'm getting there, but I definitely could do better with this. Not sleeping enough. This is a big problem. This is a really big problem. I am not going to bed at reasonable hours. Usually between 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning is when I'm actually going to sleep. I tend to not really be able to get like my YouTube stuff done until after my son has gone to bed. Sometimes he can take a little while like to sort of settle. And then by that time it is fairly late, and then I'm, you know, like setting up like my filming area and stuff like that, because you guys always know I'm always like, oh, so at the moment it's 1:15 in the morning and I'm filming. I mean, today is like one of the rare occasions when I can actually film during the day, but that's because he's not here. So but yeah, like I'm definitely not sleeping enough, because obviously when he wakes up early, I've got to wake up early, you know. So I can be getting like maybe 4 to 5 hours of sleep sometimes. And yeah, I'm just falling into that sort of pattern of not looking after myself whilst resting, you know. I should definitely make sure that I'm getting to bed at a much more reasonable hour. I'm actually telling you all this so that I can try and like hold myself accountable and come back to this in like a month's time and see if I've actually improved somewhat. So this is almost a bit like a video diary for me, I suppose. Can you guys relate to any of this? Please do let me know. Hopefully I'm not alone. I spoke earlier about coping mechanisms. Now, we all have them, okay, for different things. So here's a list of some things that I do to cope when things get a bit rough, or when the world just gets too much and I just need to come away from it all. This is how I like to escape. So at the moment, something that is really helping me is actually playing games, mainly Animal Crossing. I know that it has become like one of the biggest games of the year, but like I didn't realize that I was going to get so into it. Animal Crossing New Horizons has just like when it came out, which was like the height of the pandemic, you know, when everyone was in like lockdown season, and all that we wanted to do was just escape to anywhere but this planet. Animal Crossing did that for me, you know, like I was able to escape away to this deserted island and just create it into my own special little place, my own little haven. And I'm actually going to be sharing with you guys my island very soon. I'm just trying to get it finished, but yeah, I will be sharing it with you all soon, because I want you to see what I've been up to. But yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying that, and I even play it with my son as well. He's got his own island, and you know, he loves it too. But I've also been playing other games. Me and my husband have been playing Pokemon Sword together, which is really cool. I've also been playing a game called Unravel, where you are these little like characters made out of yarn, and you've got to try and like figure out how to get through these really intricate scenes, you know, and you have to like work together to do it, and you're like joined by this yarn. Like, I might not be explaining it the best way, but it is so relaxing. It's a little bit stressful because, you know, like sometimes you make mistakes, but it's the way that it's done is so relaxing. It's so peaceful. The scenery is beautiful, and it's just a nice way to just calm down and just zone out for a bit. So I've been really enjoying that. I've become a little bit of a gamer recently. Go me. Filming and editing. Now, sometimes I haven't got the mental energy to film. And when I say that, I mean like to film stuff with my face, because obviously, you know, I normally like whack a face on whenever I do a YouTube video, and I get all dolled up and stuff, and I got my big hefty bows on and whatnot. Sometimes I don't have the mental energy for that. Like, that does take quite a lot out of me. So if I don't have the energy for that, then I will craft. And sometimes I don't have the energy to craft either. But I always try, you know. But what I absolutely love is editing. I love editing my videos. I do everything on my phone. I film everything on my phone. I edit everything on my phone. All my photos you ever see me take, all on my phone. I don't have a camera, and I don't own a PC either. So I don't do any editing on the computer. It's all done on my phone. And I love that. I really do love that. It brings me great joy whenever I produce a new video and then look back on it and, you know, just see little things that I've added, you know, or like I've managed to like beat match something really well. Like, I do get quite proud. So yeah, that's something that really does help me cope. I do like to listen to relaxing music quite a lot, especially when I'm going to sleep. I do like to play like long playlists of relaxing music. Sometimes it takes me longer to fall asleep than others, but we already spoke about that. But yeah, I love listening to relaxing music. I also watch quite a lot of YouTube videos as well when I'm having a bit of downtime, mainly relaxing, calming things. So whether it's craft videos or Animal Crossing videos, you know, these are things that do just sort of help me to zone out and just woosah, you know. Also, talking with my friends and family helps as well. Well, I say friends and family, I don't really have much family, so it's more like my husband. That's like my immediate family, but like my friends, you know, like even though they're quite far away most of the time, but like they really do help. And sometimes I don't even know that they're helping, because I might not even be talking to them about whatever's bothering me. I could just be talking to them just in general. But sometimes just having that friendly face or hearing that friendly voice, it really does help to just sort of reset me a little bit. So yeah, I really do love doing that. Another thing as well, which I find does help me cope, is crying. I cry quite a lot. I find controlling my emotions very difficult. So I will either cry because I'm sad, or I will cry because I'm really happy, or I will cry because I heard a certain harmony in a certain song and it just hit my heartstrings and I just bawl my eyes out. That's just me. You know, I am a huge crybaby, and I'm not ashamed of that. You know, crying makes you stronger. It's a way of releasing tension. You know, you should never feel ashamed to cry, whether it's because you're upset or whether it's just because you just need to get out this emotion. You know, don't ever feel ashamed to cry. It's not a weakness at all. And especially if you're a guy as well. A lot of guys seem to think that they can't cry because they're men. That's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Crying is a human emotion. It's something that we all do. So just don't be afraid to let it out. And if you feel like, you know, you can't cry in front of people, go in the shower, cry there, you know, like just let it rain down on you and just cry it all out. And when you come out, you'll feel so much better. Something else that I do, which I really do need to be careful of, is I eat. Yeah, my comfort food is rice. My favorite food is rice. Rice is my life. And, you know, whenever I'm feeling low, I just need a big bowl of rice with some pepper and I am golden. Like, all is right with the world. Once I've got my bowl of rice, it's like my little baby, you know, it's something that I just, sometimes you will see me physically hugging a bowl of rice because like I love it so much. I am fully aware that I eat probably too much rice for breakfast, lunch and dinner. There is a slight problem there. Also, I mean, I'm doing much better now, but like I used to be really bad with like sweet things, not necessarily sweets and chocolates, but sweet things in the sense of like ice cream or, you know, certain desserts that just appealed to my taste buds. You know, I would run to that, but I am getting better with that. I am. Yeah, no, I am getting better. I'll pat myself on the back for that one. I'm getting better. When it comes to coping with my pain, heated appliances, that for me is a big deal. My husband went above and beyond for me with this and has gotten me so many different things for all my different aches and pains. I have a vibrating massager for my knee. I have a heated blanket that I use pretty much every day. Even if it's roasting hot outside, I still need heat in certain places. So I have that wraps all the way around me. I have one that's just for my shoulders and my back. I have one that's just for my lower back. I have so many different ones for different places because for me, heat is really important. So yeah, that is something else that I do to try and just like cope with like the physical pain. Sometimes I might need to use my stick if I have to walk anywhere, but usually if I'm having to use my stick, I generally try not to go anywhere. A, because I don't want to exacerbate the pain, and B, because I don't really want people seeing me walking around with my stick because I don't like it. It's as simple as that. I just don't like it. I don't like the way that it makes me feel. I've always been somebody who tries to not look sick. And like I've been unwell for many years in different ways, and I've always tried to hide whatever disabilities that I have, because I like to try to appear normal, whatever normal is. But yeah, so if ever I'm having like a super bad day, I tend to just sort of stay indoors anyway. But yeah, there is the odd occasion when I do have to go out and I do have to take my stick with me. But yeah, it helps me cope, but I would rather just stay at home. So I'm going to finish off this video with things that we can do to help improve our self-care. So first and foremost, I want to reiterate getting a skincare routine. Find some products that are working well for you with your skin. You know, try out the Simple range if you have very sensitive skin, because it is very, very kind, and it's very affordable as well. That is, of course, if it's available in your country. This is something which is readily available here in the UK. But yeah, I really like it because it really is quite simple. It's not like heavily fragranced or anything like that. So yeah, that has really worked wonders for me, and I've thoroughly enjoyed using it. And I actually look forward to going to the bathroom now to like do my face. And as I said, if you are interested in the Duvolle Spincare Radiance System, then do feel free to check out my link below and save yourself 70% because it is quite pricey. But I would want you to make sure that you do get your discount if you would like to try it. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. Take naps if you need to. I've recently been having to take a few naps because I've been suffering with migraine headaches, and it's not fun at all. But usually I would try to just sort of power through the day. But now I'm saying to myself, do you know what? No, I'm actually gonna go and take a nap because I desperately need it. I need to shut my eyes. I need to stop looking at the screen. I need to have the curtains closed and I need to lie down. So I'm starting to listen to my body a lot more. Going to sleep earlier is something that I definitely do need to work on better. But yeah, I'll get there. If you're in a stressful situation, get out of it, like as quickly as you can. And even if that means just leaving the room, going to a different place, going into your garden, whatever, just leave. Get out, get some air, get some space, center yourself. For me, I actually find when there's too much noise coming from different things, I find that mega stressful. So if my son has got on the TV, but he's also playing the iPad at the same time. He likes to like watch the same game that he's playing. He's really into that. But if that's going on, and then he gets very hyper. So if he starts like making lots of noise and squealing and laughing or whatever, and then if my husband's playing a game at the same time and I'm like trying to edit something, my brain just can't cope with that, and I have to either turn something off or up and leave. And I'm starting to, again, listen to my body more when it's telling me you need to get up and you need to get out because otherwise you're going to explode. I'm listening to that now. Bye! I'm just upping and leaving, or I'm addressing the situation and getting rid of some of the things that are just overstimulating me. Try taking up a new skill. Now, I have recently been doing tap Zoom classes with a lovely lady called Rachel. Hi Rachel, if you're watching. She is so lovely. I used to do tap like years and years ago, and it wasn't for very long, but I really did miss it. And she's actually, well, she was doing these classes particularly for people who may have disabilities or who just have, you know, some health issues. And so we managed to get it on our National Health Service, and it was such a nice thing to do. I mean, the course is actually just finished now, and I'm a bit gutted about that, but hopefully we can start it up again next month. But even though it was just like small, simple things, it just got me like away from everything for an hour. It was time to myself, and like I felt like I was like relearning something, because because of all my aches and pains and stuff, like I just felt like I wouldn't really be able to dance again, you know. And so being able to do it at this quite slow pace, it just gave me hope again, you know. So yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed that. I've also been learning about reading music, because I absolutely love music. But like whenever it comes to playing it, I tend to play by listening rather than playing by reading. And I've been wanting to learn how to sight read and stuff. So I bought myself a book, and I'm starting to get stuck into that now and learning how to sight read and everything. And I've been playing my ukulele more as well. I used to do that quite a bit, like back in the day, so I've picked that up again. And you know, sometimes if I just feel like learning the odd song, I'll just go onto YouTube for a bit and just start strumming along, learning something, and then I'll just put it down and do something else, you know. But like, try and like teach yourself something new, or like pick up a new hobby. I recently went out into the garden and filmed myself colouring, you know, and who knew that A, colouring could be so therapeutic, and B, doing it in somewhere that isn't indoors, it felt amazing. I was just lying out there in the garden in the sunshine, and it was just so lovely to just have just like nature around me whilst I'm colouring. It felt great, and yeah, I would highly recommend doing something like that, because you can just empty out your mind onto paper. It's brilliant. I think it's important as well to really get more grateful. You know, think about things that you are grateful for in life. Think about people who you are grateful for as well. Be happy that you are here. Be happy that you are alive. We're in a time right now where our life is not certain. You know, tomorrow is not promised, but you are here. You are able to sit here and watch this video. Be grateful that you are still here, and yeah, try to appreciate the good things that are happening in your life right now. Of course, if you feel that things are getting really bad, definitely do go ahead and seek help from your doctor, go to your GP, whatever, you know, do whatever it is that you need to do to make sure that you do get the help that you need. So there you have it, my darlings. That was my little self-care talk. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that it's different to what I normally do on this channel, but I felt like it was needed. If you have got any comments on it at all, please do drop them down below, because I really do want to get involved with you all and talk to you more about this. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the next one. Take care, my darlings, and I'll see you all soon. Mwah. Bye.